Quarter 2 of 2023 is already well underway, and I have yet to show you all what I'm using in my wallet, or I should say card holder, because I've been moving away from wallets in recent months due to this wonderful slim factor right here, which I really like over any wallet because I'm tired of bulky pant pockets. Anyway, I went ahead and emptied out all the slots. That way we can fill it back up together with all the cards that I have chosen. There are 7 of them total, kind of crazy compared to most people, but as maximizers, we of course want to get the best return on our spend, and that's just what we do on a channel like this. So let's go ahead and begin with the first card, which is going to be the Citi Custom Cash. So for the Citi Custom Cash, if you were to apply and get approved right now, the welcome offer is to earn $200 of cash back. Those are issued in the form of 20,000 thank you points, by the way, and you can earn that after spending $1,500 on purchases in the first 6 months. There's also a 0% APR on balance transfers and purchases for the first 15 months, followed by a variable APR. The reason why I like this card so much is due to the really unique reward structure. It gives you 5% cash back, or 5 points per dollar, in your top spend category from the list of eligible categories here on the screen. Meaning in whichever one of these categories you spent the most in a given billing cycle, Citi will automatically issue you 5x points or 5% cash back in that category, then 1% on everything else. The card has a $0 annual fee, and the reason why it's in my wallet is due to earning 5% back at restaurants for the month of April. That is to say, I use this card strategically, so rather than putting all my expenses on it and then having Citi delegate the 5% back on whatever one I spent the most, I purposely will only use it just for restaurants to guarantee that that one becomes the highest spend category to earn my 5%/5x points. The reason why I chose this card for dining at restaurants for just the month of April is because I'm going on a trip, and I wanted to get, of course, a card that earns a great return on dining spend, but that was also a card I do not typically use just for dining. That's because when I travel, especially with other people, we might be splitting costs. I like to keep things extremely simple. So rather than using one of my typical bread and butter everyday cards, which might have transactions all over the place, I like to use one card for a single purpose. And that way when I see my bill, everything from that one trip, or at least a portion of that trip, therefore all my dining, for example, will be in one spot, and I don't have to sort through all these transactions to see which ones were for which types of things, which ones am I going to split, etc. It just keeps the accounting, I guess you could say, for my trip really straightforward. And there's another secret reason why I'm using this card too, which I'll explain in just a few moments. The second card that I'm using this quarter is the Hilton Honors Business Card. The welcome offer at the moment is to earn 130,000 points. The average value of that is going to be around $650 or so for hotels, and you can earn that after spending $3,000 on purchases in the first 3 months. The reward structure here is also very strong, especially for a hotel card. It gives you 12 points per dollar at Hilton properties, and then 6 points per dollar in 6 different categories, including flights, car rentals, US gas stations, US restaurants, US shipping providers, US wireless phone providers, and then 3 points per dollar on all other purchases outside of those categories. The card does carry a $95 annual fee, and the reason why it's in my wallet is to earn 12 points per dollar at Hilton. All right, so this card has both my account number and my Hilton Honors number on the front, so I'll kind of basically cover up the entire card, but there it is, the business version of the Hilton card. This is going to be a cash rate or cash booking for my upcoming trip this month. Therefore, I want to earn a great return on that. 12 points per dollar at Hilton is about a 6% return. So since I'm not using points, not using certificates, none of that fancy stuff, I want to just get a lot of Hilton points because it'll be 12x plus 10 points per dollar for the base rate that I'll earn just for being a regular Hilton Honors member, and then another 80% bonus, or another 8x on top of that for being a Gold Elite member. So really all in, it's going to be 12x plus 10x plus 8x. So that's 22 plus 8, so was that 30 points per dollar pretty amazing for a return. My third card is another one from Citi. It is the Citi Premier, and the welcome offer is currently elevated. Normally it's 60,000 points, but right now it is 75,000 points, worth around $750 toward travel, and you can earn that after spending $4K in the first 3 months. The reward structure is also phenomenal for a do-it-all or all-in-one type of credit card, and it even has a new elevated temporary bonus there at the very top because Citi launched their brand new travel portal very recently. So until June 30th, 2023, you can earn 10 points per dollar on hotels and car rentals booked via the Citi travel portal. It then has 6 more categories, all of which earn triple points, including air travel, hotels, that is outside of Citi's portal, also on travel agencies, restaurants, supermarkets, gas stations, and finally 1 point per dollar on all other purchases. And this card has no sensitive info on the front, so I can show it to you all without any issue. There's a Citi Premier, and the reason why I'm using this one right now for gas is because I just want to use Citi cards a little bit during this quarter, because there are some pretty strong rumors that Citi might be coming out with these new Strata cards, whether it's the Strata Premier or the Strata Elite, or perhaps even both. Now, while I don't have any objective evidence to say that for sure, Citi requires you to use existing cards before applying for a new card, there is some anecdotal evidence that they like to see that. There have been plenty of data points out there. Just search blogs and forums and you can see people talk about their experiences with that happening. So if Citi releases new cards, and if I want to apply for one or both of them at some point, I don't want to be denied for a silly reason like that. So for that very reason, I'm going to start using some of my Citi cards and putting some volume and spend through them to make sure that I don't have to worry about that at all. And again, those cards still get a very good return. I briefly interrupt my own video to let you all know that since we're covering 7 different cards in one video that I'll be actively using throughout the quarter, if you want an easy way to juggle multiple cards, rewards, and more without having to stress yourself out, definitely check out today's sponsor called MAXREWARDS to make it a lot easier. MAXREWARDS is an app that allows you to manage your credit cards, rewards, and benefits all in one place. This includes seeing when your bills are due, tracking your sign-up bonuses, monitoring your credit scores, and more. On the Activity tab, you can view the transactions across all your cards to easily see where you've been spending your money, including the value of the rewards you've earned across different categories. Then the Best Card tab helps you identify which card to use for different purchases. That way you can earn points or cash back even faster. And perhaps my favorite feature is the Benefits and Offers dashboard, which you can unlock with the gold level of MAXREWARDS. You might be familiar with Chase offers, Amex offers, Bank of America deals, and others. Each time you sync the app, all of your offers will be activated automatically, including the hidden ones from Amex that you didn't even know about. In fact, my Amex Gold card showed 162 offers that were ready to go thanks to MAXREWARDS. So if you'd like to try MAXREWARDS, use the link down below in the description to get the gold level entirely free for your first month. And now back to exposing the contents of my wallet. Moving right along to card number 4, the BILT World Elite MasterCard. There is no public welcome offer available at this time, although you may see some targeted offers perhaps via your email. So keep your eye out for some of those in case you do receive one. As for the ongoing rewards, it earns up to 5 points per dollar on Lyft. That is double for being a BILT member, and then triple when you pay with your BILT card, so collectively 5x. Also triple on dining, double on travel, 1x on your rent, up to 100,000 points per calendar year. That was just increased within the past few days, by the way. It used to be 50K, but now that has been doubled. And finally, 1 point per dollar on all other purchases. This card currently has a $0 annual fee, and the reason why I've chosen to have it in my wallet right now is to earn triple on dining from May through the end of June. Pretty simple reasoning for this card. You've got to make those 5 transactions per billing cycle to earn your points. Rent for me is one of them, therefore I've got to make 4 more. I don't spend a ton on dining per month right now, so to have 4 more simple dining purchases that might be 10, 15, 20 bucks is a pretty simple way to meet the 5 transaction requirement and still earn triple points that have a very strong value. The next card that I'm using this quarter is the Chase Freedom Flex. The welcome offer at the moment is $200 of cash back, actually issued to you in the form of 20,000 Chase Ultimate Rewards points. You can earn those after spending $500 on purchases in the first 3 months, and there's also a 0% APR opportunity on balance transfers and purchases for the first 15 months, then a variable APR to follow. The reward structure is also looking great this quarter. So it earns 5% back or 5 points per dollar on travel when you book it through the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal, 5% back on Lyft through March 31st of 2025, then 5% back on quarterly categories that change every quarter, so every 3 months. And right now for quarter 2, you're earning that 5% back on Amazon.com, and at Lowe's, that is up to $1,500 in combined spend across those 2 categories. It's also got a couple permanent 3% categories for dining at restaurants, including takeout and eligible delivery services, and drugstores, then 1% back on all of the purchases. All of that can be yours for an annual fee of $0. As for why it's got a spot in my wallet, well, it's to earn 5% back on Lyft and 5% back on Amazon. This card also has my numbers on the front. So as I cover pretty much the whole thing up, there's my Freedom Flex card. Now, the reason why I've chosen to use this one rather than my Amazon card, which also earns 5% back on Amazon, is because I'd rather earn 5% back in the form of Chase points when that quarter category is one of the options. So Chase points, if I redeem them for cash back, it's still equal to 5%. So I'm not losing anything by not using my Amazon card. But if I decide to redeem for travel through my Chase Sapphire Preferred, then that 5% return becomes a bare minimum of 6.25% toward travel through the Chase portal, potentially a bit more if I maximize via transfer partners. So the travel aspect approach makes the points here worth more than the Amazon Rewards program. Then we've got this really interesting angle with Lyft. As I previously mentioned, you also earn up to 5 points per dollar on the BILT MasterCard with Lyft, but that is 2x as a member, which does not even require having the BILT MasterCard, by the way, and then 3x when you layer and pay your card on top of that. So if I earn 2x from BILT by default, even if I don't pay with the BILT MasterCard, and then 5x with the Freedom Flex, well, 2x plus 5x is actually 7 points per dollar across 2 different programs on my Lyft purchases, which I may be doing a little bit on this trip coming up. So that could be a really amazing return. Card number 6, the American Express Gold Card. Now the public welcome offer right now is to earn 60,000 points worth at least $600 toward flights. You can earn those points after spending $4,000 on purchases in the first 6 months, and do note there that higher targeted offers may be available. 60,000 points is a good offer, but not as good as 75,000 and definitely not as good as 90,000. In fact, there are some 90K offers floating around right now on a targeted basis as I record this video. So watch this other video that I published dedicated just on how to find the 90,000 point offer on the Gold Card. So I'll put that down below as well in case you want to check it out before you decide to submit your application. The Gold Card also has some great permanent categories. You'll earn 4 points per dollar on restaurants worldwide, including takeout and delivery in the US, and 4x on groceries at US supermarkets up to 25K spend per year. It will also award you triple points on flights when you book them directly with the airlines or via the Amex travel portal, and then 1x on all other purchases. The card has a $250 annual fee, and the reason why it's in my wallet is to earn 9 points per dollar at US supermarkets via a referral offer that might be targeted. Not fully sure if it's targeted or how targeted it may be. Of course, you can log into your own Amex Gold Card account and see if you have it as well for your referral links. Here's a screenshot of how it appeared on my end and my account. I could earn plus 5 membership rewards points per dollar spent on eligible purchases at US supermarkets for 3 months, up to $25,000 total, and that's on top of what I already earned with the Gold Card, which was 4x. And last time I checked, 4 plus 5 is 9. So that's an unbelievable return for groceries, at least for the next 3 months. equal to at least 9.9% return, just call it 10% pretty much, if I were to redeem for my points for cash via my Schwab account with my Schwab Platinum card, or for travel. I mean, heck, you might even count this as like 18 to 20% return for 3 months. Unbelievable deal. So definitely check out to see if you have it as well. I'll definitely be maximizing this. I forgot to show you my card. Here's proof that I have it myself. Great product, especially with this referral offer. And therefore deserving a place in my wallet. Also, those bonus points of plus 5x are posting pretty much within just a couple days of the transaction hitting my account, so you don't have to wait for your billing cycle to fully close out to get those points. And my final card that I'll be using this quarter is the American Express Platinum card. Currently, the welcome offer available to the public is to earn 80,000 points worth at least $800 toward flights, and those can be earned after spending $6,000 on purchases in the first 6 months. But again, higher targeted offers may be available. And by higher offers, I'm referring to the fact that you might see 100,000 points, 125,000 points, perhaps even 150,000 points. In fact, that offer is so good, I did a separate video dedicated on just how to find the 150K bonus. So of course, watch that one if you're considering applying for the Platinum card at some point soon to put yourself in the best position to hopefully get targeted. Regarding the reward structure, while it's not very good for everyday spend, it is a super awesome card for flights. You'll get 5 points per dollar there when you book them directly with the airline websites or via the Amex travel portal on up to $500,000 of spend per calendar year. Also 5 points per dollar on prepaid hotels via Amex's portal, then 1x on all the purchases. The annual fee is set at $695 right now, although it does come with a bunch of other benefits to help you make sense of that. But the reason why it's in my wallet is for lounge access at FLL, because I'm going to, again, go on this trip over to the Florida area, flying into Fort Lauderdale Airport, and I want to try out their Escape Lounge Centurion Studio Partner, whatever they call it. It's some super long name. But I haven't been to that location yet. I'm not going to prioritize it, but in case I have some extra time to use it before I depart Florida after my trip, I want to check it out and see what the amenities are like, and perhaps get a free meal and some nice drinks out of it as well. Oh, and here is the card itself, in case you all wanted to see it, as proof that yes, I do have the card. In summary, here are all 7 cards that I'll be using throughout Q2 and their respective rewards categories. That way I can make sure I'm getting a good return on a lot of my spend. And as for the cards I'll be carrying physically with me, I put those in my card holder now, Amex Platinum at the top. The middle is the Amex Gold, and then the Citi Custom Cash there at the bottom. And then for the others here, I'll be using the Premier for gas, just leaving that one in my car. I don't have a problem doing that. I don't fill up too often anyway, but it'll be nice to have it conveniently located there. The BILT card for my dining, I have that on my mobile wallet, and most of the places I go to for my small dining transactions will accept Apple Pay. Then for my Hilton card here, I leave that one just in my backpack or briefcase when I travel. I'll use it for the front desk at the hotel, and that's pretty much it. Very simple. And then for the Freedom Flex, again on my Apple mobile wallet, so that way whenever I go use Lyft, I can use Apple Pay to check out there. And then for Amazon, it's just added to my Amazon account. And on the back of my card holder, one is my ID, of course. I'm not gonna show that here on a YouTube video, but I also have my debit card with Ally Bank here. There's the word debit. So if I ever need to use an ATM and get the ATM fees reimbursed, I can do that up to like $9 or something per billing cycle. So Ally is great about that. Then right there in the middle, I have my health insurance card and some cash. So let's see how much cash I'm actually carrying right now. 20, 40, 50, 55, 60 bucks. I might withdraw some more, again, fee-free from my Ally card to go on the trip. I don't think I'll need much cash. Credit should be accepted in most places, but nonetheless, I always like to have some cash for tipping or in those maybe cash-only bars or restaurants where you might benefit from having some precedence in your wallet. With all that said, if you enjoyed today's video and believe it could benefit or at least entertain other people, then please help me get it in front of them by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on those notifications. Also, check out the links down below in the description area to earn some more cash back when you shop online through Rakuten, and to view my site with some great credit card offers that I've organized into different categories to help you find the cards that you like best. I thank you all for watching today's video. Hopefully it was kind of fun to see what I'm personally using for my Q2 strategy. Let me know what yours is down below in those comments. I'll look forward to seeing you, of course, in future videos. And while you're waiting on the next one to be uploaded to this channel, always remember that you are great.